What up, everyone? Science Wins here. We're gonna play Castlevania 2, which is the Castlevania that everyone hates, but honestly, it's not that bad. Like, yeah, it's a little cryptic, and yeah, it's a little bit not as fun as the other Castlevanias, but I mean, it's an okay game. I'm not super against it. Alright, so our first, we have a couple goals here. Our first in-game goal is to buy a couple different items. The first one we're going to buy is this white crystal. You start off with 50 hearts, so you can get that basically right away. The second thing we'd have to do is buy the holy water, and we're going to buy a thorn whip, which requires us to grind a lot. So, we're going to spend a little bit of time here grinding. Hearts in this game are like your currency and your experience and everything else. So, we need 150 hearts. Right now, the hearts that these guys are dropping are only worth 2 hearts. But once it becomes nighttime, they will change to 4 hearts. And that's when things get real crazy. So, my plan here is to just fast forward through all of this stuff so that we can get right into the meat of the game, because watching me grind for, I don't know, the next 5 minutes or so isn't exactly the most fun thing in the world. So when this is done, we'll come back and we'll talk more. See you soon. Alright, so now we have our 150 hearts. We're going to get our holy water and the thorn whip. And we made pretty good time on that too, because I like it when I only have to go through one night of grinding versus a night and half of the next day. It makes it much easier to get through the game, surprisingly. While we were grinding, we also gained a level. I don't know exactly how the level system works. I know that from what I've seen so far, basically here's the gist. So you kill enemies and you pick up hearts. Hearts act as both experience and money. So if you pick up a heart, it'll give you 1 experience, or 3 experience, or 5 experience, something like that. It seems to be based on the enemies that you are killing at that time. So for instance, these guys are now pretty easy to kill. And because of that, they don't give me experience anymore. I feel like I've only ever got to like the 3rd or 4th like in-game like experience level when playing. So I don't know how many there are exactly. But it just kind of, I feel like it just happens randomly for me. So I never paid too much attention. God damn it. I never paid too much attention to the amount of experience it takes to get to the next level. I just know sometimes I really need to get a level so I can get my health back, and it just so happens that the next couple enemies I kill usually do that for me. Alright, so now that we have our holy water and we have our thorn whip, our next goal is to go to the first castle and retrieve Dracula's rib, which is like 2 screens away. Pretty sure it's like 2 screens away. 1 more screen away now. Perfect. Alright. So once you get inside here, go ahead, equip your holy water, equip your white crystal. The white crystal is going to make that platform appear. And move on up. Because we got the thorn whip, we can kill those dudes in 1 hit instead of 2. And it's going to be our second, like, major grind area. So I'm going to spend the next, like, 5 minutes here walking back and forth, killing these 2 skeletons, so we can get more hearts. Because we want to max out our heart counter before moving forward. The next town that we go to, we need to buy a dagger and the chain whip. And we also need to buy a oak stake while we're inside of here. So we're going to need 250 hearts total. We're just going to take it up to 256, which is the max, because why not? It's so close to the max anyway. So I'm going to walk back and forth here. I'm going to do use a bit of fast forwarding, and I will see you guys soon. Cool. Alright, that should be the last one. Alright, now we're just going to continue on through the dungeon. We should be able to get back up to, after we buy the oak stake, which is going to be 50 hearts, we should be able to get back up to 256 pretty quickly, actually. Does that give me experience? I can't tell. Cool. Alright, so, the big thing, the reason why we bought the holy water here, is because the holy water will tell us if a brick is real or not. So, for instance, I throw the holy water here, throw the holy water here, and it's breaking on the brick. But if I throw it up here, it falls right through these bricks. Which means those things don't actually exist in this world. You have to jump over them, basically. If you want, you can just move down and constantly throw holy water vials as you keep moving, but once you've been through the game a few times, like you kind of memorize where the invisible blocks are, basically. Alright, so let's go up here. We're gonna buy our first set of our first oak stake. And we're gonna use that to break open the case where the piece of Dracula is located at. And you're going to do this in each of the dungeons. You'll always find that gypsy lady inside of a dungeon somewhere. Again, here's a place that you fall through if you try to walk over it. The skeleton kind of gave it away, though. So whenever you see that pillar, just be ready to jump. Oak stake, through the orb, grab the rib of Dracula. Cool. And go ahead and equip that, like, right away. Because this acts as a shield. As you see, we now have a shield in front of us, which will deflect, like, enemy projectiles. There aren't a whole ton of enemies in the game who have projectiles, but there's enough where it's useful and beneficial to have the shield, basically, as your main go-to equipment. For instance, right over here, we're going to see some gargoyles, and they have projectiles. Yeah, we're almost full hearts again. We're not going to worry about grinding them out, though. We're close enough where it's not going to matter. We'll probably get them on our trip to the next town, or between the next town and the next dungeon. Cool. Alright, so get out of this place. We're gonna backtrack just a tiny bit. And you may remember there were some stairs that we skipped over before, over this way. We're actually gonna go down those stairs this time. That's where the next town's located. Move on down these stairs. Just head to the right. Nothing too crazy. And we're gonna buy a dagger in this first door. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this dagger is a worthless weapon. The only reason I'm getting it is because to show off that it exists in the game. I will never use that item. It is pointless. There are two better daggers that you get. One of them pretty soon. The other one, not really much later in the game, but a little bit later in the game, which are just tons better. Just tons better. Cool. So next, we're gonna go into this little house right here. We're gonna pick up our next whip upgrade. This will give us the chain whip. So we'll do a little bit more damage to enemies. we're gonna get out of here. And we're gonna start heading towards the next town. I can basically guarantee we're gonna have one more shift tonight between now and the next town. And that's okay, because we'll take that time in the next town to like grind up some more hearts and experience and things. We really don't need it. Well, I think we'll need the hearts a little bit later, but we don't really need to like grind a bunch right now. But having them, oh, there we go, there's night. But having them will save us some time later, and since we can't do anything at night in the town, might as well make the most of our time. There we go. Are we getting experience again yet? Yeah, we are. Cool. So I think, like, here's my only hypothesis when it comes to the experience. Like, if you are fighting specific enemies at like a specific point in the game, that's when you get experience. So if you're fighting enemies that are supposed to be inside of the, like, if you're fighting enemies on your way to like the next dungeon, like basically like a level per dungeon. Alright, so we're gonna come over this way, we're gonna break these blocks, and you're gonna get the Sacred Flame. This is the best sub-weapon in the game. It acts like the Holy Water did in the first Castlevania game, I guess I should say. Where it just makes towers of fire that stun lock enemies, including bosses. Shit. Shit. These spiders are the worst thing in the game. Spiders and the goo monsters. They are the bane of my existence. They never seem to stop coming. Alright. Keep moving right here. We're going to go down those steps a little bit later. But the next town is right over here. I think one more screen away. Perfect. Alright, and we need to buy, well, we need to get the blue crystal here. We're also going to buy some laurels and some garlic. Ah, shit. In the meantime, though, I think what we're going to do, because we have to go up top to get the blue crystal, we're just going to grind on these zombie enemies that are here. We have enough to at least get one set of garlic, one set of laurels, which is kind of all we need. If I can get 2 sets of laurels, though, that would be excellent. So, fingers crossed that we can get about 30 more hearts before daytime. Okay, that should be 140, so we need 3 more half hearts. Nope, not gonna happen. That's okay, though. We'll make do with what we do got. So, keep moving to the left here. There's gonna be a guy walking in place. This great little soldier-looking dude. He's going to give us our blue crystal. And we lose our white crystal, but that's okay. And then we're going to move back over to the right. Climb down some stairs. Inside this door right here is going to be our laurels. And laurels are like the Starman invincibility equivalent for Castlevania 2. So if you have laurels and you find yourself in a tough spot, go ahead and use them. They also, I use them mostly for getting across the poisonous swamps and things. There's probably 2 areas outside of that I'll use them. Mostly for like the third castle because of crappy enemy placement. And I think I can jump over there. Yeah, no, I can just fall. Mostly because of crappy enemy placement and the green slime things, which are just hard to kill. Alright, next thing in this town is we're going to go in this door, and we're going to get some garlic. Oh, no. And garlic is like, this is the only time we'll ever have to buy garlic. Garlic is only used twice in the game to find some special items. Supposedly, if you throw some garlic down on the ground, enemies will like swarm to it and get stopped by it and get hurt by it. I've never used garlic to try and kill enemies though, so I'm not sure. Alright, first things first, we're going to move over to the right here. Go ahead and equip your garlic, because we're going to be using it pretty shortly. And as soon as you get over here, just pop down the ground, talk to this old lady. And we get our first knife upgrade. And then do yourself a favor and switch off your garlic, go back to your holy water. I cannot tell you how many times I've accidentally thrown my second garlic clove on accident when trying to use holy water. And let's go to the next dungeon. Shit. Alright. Cool. It looks pretty scary right now just because we're pretty low on life, but I am positive we'll level up inside the next dungeon. Well, I can't really say I'm positive, but I have a good feeling we're going to level up inside the next dungeon. And the next dungeon is pretty easy to boot. Like, there's nothing too crazy inside of it. I'll probably spend a moment at the very beginning area just to farm up some cash. Because our next upgrade costs $200, or 200 hearts, for the next whip. And we absolutely want to get that, because we cannot get the most powerful whip in the game without having it. Cool. Alright, once you get here, equip your blue crystal, kneel at this little cliff edge at the lake. Eventually the whole screen starts to scroll downward, and you can move towards the second mansion. Once you get inside, equip your shield again. Again, it's like the best item to have constantly equipped is the shield. I'm going to take the moment here to grind on these skeletons, get my hearts back up. And once this is done, I will see you guys on the other side. Alright, cool. We're close enough at this point where I'm not super concerned anymore about hearts. So let's continue on. Jump through this little illusion wall right here. Take you to the next little area. Make your way across. We gotta go buy our oak steak from the gypsy woman. She's right over here. Yes, please. Cool. And we're gonna make our way back. That was kind of ballsy what I did just there. By letting the purple block push me, I would suggest letting it pass by a second time, to be completely honest with you. But, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Feel free. The nice thing about deaths in this game is that even if, like, for instance, if I fell down the hole back there, I landed in that water from that purple block pushing me, I would start off just where I died. So I'd be in exactly the same position. I wouldn't have to go back to any sort of checkpoint or anything like that. I'd just be in the same exact area. Which is nice, because that means I don't have to do any backtracking. You keep all the items that you have. You keep all your hearts. You keep all your experience levels, things like that. However, if for any reason you have to continue, like you get a game over, have to continue, you keep all of your items except for your experience. So any hearts that you picked up, they're gone. You don't have any more hearts. You have to regrind your hearts. If you're at level 3, you have to get all the experience to go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 before you can start making progress towards level 4. which makes it a pain in the ass to die, really. It's not super bad, like, just avoid death. Like I said before, I think I've only ever got to, like, level 4 in this game when it comes to, like, my actual experience level. So it's not, like, the worst thing in the world. This guy's gonna hit me. Shit. Okay, well. So it's not the worst thing in the world if you die, but it's still... You still kind of want to avoid it. Like, you don't want to have to start level grinding all over again. Cool. Let's make our way out of this castle. Since we're... I guess we're not really full up on hearts anymore, but we're close enough. We're not going to worry about killing dudes and trying to get extra hearts or anything like that. I can guarantee you we'll be full on hearts by the time we get to our next destination, which is back to the very first town of the game. We exited out the right-hand side before, so this time we're going to exit out the left. That's going to take us to the ferryman, who will take us across some river. I'm sure in the lore of the game it has a name, but I don't know it. Anyway, he's going to take us across the river to the next castle. And a diamond, actually. So hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Be careful right here with this wooden block. You see that green wall above? You bounce your head off that and you start hurtling downwards pretty quickly. So time your jumps properly. Don't be too hasty. But the good news is you will never have to come to this area again. Also, I think with the current way time is structured, that we will be able to get the diamond in the daytime, which will be very nice because the enemies going towards the diamond are they're not really some of the harder enemies in the game, but they're some of the more annoying ones. And if we can avoid like taking too much damage there, that'd be great, because we're going to go right to a dungeon right afterwards. One of the harder dungeons in the game, in fact. Cool. When you're going back towards the first town, just keep to the top level of everything. Don't worry too much about killing all the stuff behind you. If you just grind it out all your hearts, you don't really need any extra hearts. You're not going to get any experience. So... just keep moving. This is the first mansion that we went into, so don't worry about going in there again. You've already been in there. Just keep moving left. Oh, Jesus. This skeleton, every single time, always gets me. It always hits me. I should know by now that it's there. I should be prepared for it. But every single time, I still get hit. One screen away from our hometown. I don't think we're gonna worry about healing up before we go on. We're in a pretty good position right now, to be honest with you. So we're not gonna worry about getting our life back to full. We should be okay to just continue to the left. Worst case scenario, we can grind experience in the 3rd dungeon, which I really don't want to do. so I will avoid that. Oh, sweet grenade experience again. Of course. We're gonna get hit by that fox thing. Alright, and then for the first time, we're gonna use our laurel. So when you pop them, as you see, we're all glowy, shiny. And we got across the swamp without taking any damage. Alright, once you get to the boatman here, the ferryman, make sure you have the Heart of Dracula equipped before you talk to him. And when you do, he'll take you to a different area than if you don't have the heart equipped. Be prepared though, because you will need to jump off, because he is not stopping this boat. And then get your rib equipped again, because these guys, they spit fireballs. Here's the third mansion. We're gonna skip over this for the second. Instead, we're gonna go get our diamond while it's still daylight, so we don't have to worry about things. And here is the worst jumping section of the game. So, we're gonna wait for this thing to be on the downswing, like that. And then we have to jump off each one while it's on the upswing. Like that. God, this is nerve-wracking. Alright, this one we have to jump when it's on the downswing, and then back to the upswing again. Cool. Alright. Whew. Boy. Alright. Take care of these hawks as fast as you can once they swoop down. They're not the worst enemies in the game, they're just annoying. Like, they'll come down and then they'll move erratically and, like, dive bomb you, basically. Here's one of the very few areas of the game we'll fight some Medusa heads. They're... well, I never really found Medusa heads to be super difficult in general, but this is probably the easiest you'll ever have with them. Talk to this lady over here, she'll give you your diamond, which is the whole reason we got to this little area. In fact, if you want to, you can probably just skip this altogether, because the diamonds, I will never use it, and it's not like it's an amazing sub-weapon. It just bounces off the walls. Well, shit. Okay. We're good, though. Back across. Let's hope that while I'm jumping over these, it does not become night again, because that's going to screw up my timing. Alright, 1. 2. Silence while I concentrate. Cool. Alright, all good. That is the hardest jumping section of the game, so we should hopefully not be dying from any more jumping things. Alright, let's go complete this little dungeon area. And this place isn't too terrible, to be honest with you. This is definitely the hardest of the areas of the different dungeons, but it's just because of the enemy placement. So, for instance, this bastard up here, he's just right over top of the staircase. Oh! Ha 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 ha! But if you can, you can kind of, position them in a way, you can bait them into a corner, or you can bait them out of your way a little bit. So it's not the worst thing in the world. For instance, this guy, we're going to bait him over to the left as far as he can go. One more. There we go. And then, he's going to move over to the right slowly. There we are. We're pretty far away from the level. But I think we are going to... oh, shit. I think we are going to grind out the level when we get up to it. Half because, again, this is one of the harder dungeons, and I want to have full health as we go through it. And half because level 3 is like my sweet spot. Because I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I think that the levels themselves give you like more protection. Basically, it's like getting increased armor, and also they give you like more health. So we're gonna take a moment and grind on these little skeleton dudes right here so we level up. Alright, there we go, level up. Let's move on. Oh, this guy's gonna kill me. Oh, apparently not. He hit me, I didn't even take damage from it. Level 3 winning. Sweet. We're not getting any more level or any more experience though. That's fine. Alright, so talking about shitty enemy placement. This dude at the bottom of these stairs basically always hits me. So I've just started using the Sacred Flame on it. If I can get it to pop off, there we go. Perfect. But I'm gonna unequip that right away. Cool. Here, you can see just how shitty these holy water bottles are for fighting enemies. Took like 7 or 8 of them just to drop that dude. Alright, let's pick up our oak steak. Jump over, drop down from the right-hand side, or else you'll land on top of that knight dude down there. Take damage. Again, we want to avoid as much damage as we possibly can. And once we move down here, we're gonna just fight the first boss of the game. Oh, fuck. Goddamn slimes. Alright. Oh, fucking piece of shit. Alright, screw it. Cool. Before we move over, equip your Sacred Flame, and then run a little bit past death here. Turn around, throw the Sacred Flame. I tend to throw another one as soon as the last pyre has, like, faded. It takes like 15 or so. Remember that every time you use a Sacred Flame, it takes 1 heart. So, we have plenty of hearts at this point in the game. You shouldn't have much issue. But this completely stun locks him. Just keep throwing, he'll eventually die. I can guarantee you I'll throw an extra one, waiting for him to die. Yep, there we go. And we got the golden knife. This is the final knife upgrade, and one that's actually worthwhile using. We're not going to be using it just yet. Move over here. We're going to grab that oak steak, throw it into our sparkling little ball, and pick up the eyeball of Dracula. This eyeball will actually let you see secrets. So if there's like a breakable wall, it'll show you that the wall's breakable. You will never have to use it, unless it's like your first time playing the game. Some of the walls have like hidden clue books in them that tell you what to go and where to go, what to do, things like that. Kind of like the townspeople, only they actually give worthwhile information. Alright, now let's get out of this place. The next town we go to is going to have our chain whip, which we want. But I think it also has laurels, which we want to buy. So we technically want 250 hearts. I don't think we're going to have much difficulty getting that on our way there. So I'm not going to worry about grinding anymore. At least not for the moment. You know, since we're so full on life, I'm not going to worry about using laurels to get up here. Normally I'd pop some laurels, so I wouldn't have to take the hit from those dudes. But that worked out nicely. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, cool. So we're just going to move over to the left here. And we're going to drop down here, drop down to the left, or to the right, and then move left immediately, because that skeleton dude is on your ass. And then we're just going to get out of this dungeon back the way we came. Nothing special, nothing secret. Drop, 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 drop. Drop so I can whip you, thank you. Cool. Here we're gonna kill the skeleton dude. Then we're gonna jump off the side, because there's a nightman down here. And he will spear us if we try to climb down the steps. It just makes it easier. Make sure you jump at the very edge of these so that you don't land on the spikes on accident. And welcome back. Cool. Alright. So we're gonna go talk to the ferryman again. Make sure that the Heart of Dracula is no longer equipped. You should be having the rib equipped anyway, so nothing too crazy. Be aware of the merman, be ready to jump off again. And move over to the right just a little bit. You'll see his boat appear basically right away. Then jump back on. Still no heart equipped. And this will take us to the next town. I don't really remember anything special to buy in this next town, to be honest with you. I know we have to get the red crystal here, so we'll probably murder some ghouls while we wait for daytime to come. Okay, back to daytime. We're going to take a moment to heal up. Mostly because the next area is not like super hard or anything, but it's a little bit longer. Also, we're going to be getting a silk bag before we move on to the next area. While we're here, I think we're going to pick up some laurels. So we'll drop down here, climb down these steps. Cool. Oh, come on. And we're going to buy 2 sets, just to be on the safe side. By the time we get out of the next dungeon, we should have enough money to buy everything that we need for the end of the game. But this guy again, this gray soldier, we're going to exchange our crystal with him, this time for a red one. So now instead of a blue crystal, we have a red crystal. And we're going to move on forward. Jesus. Cool. Alright. Those are the kind of slimes that I hate, by the way. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna go down here first. This is where we're gonna get our silk bag. This is the other place we're gonna use our garlic. First things first, that's a trap right there. Jump over those. Same here, jump over those. You know what? I want to get out of here before nighttime comes again, so let's avoid those hands for the moment. Are we getting experience? Yeah, we're getting experience. Nope. Oh, slimes. Cool. Alright. Oh, shit, slimes. Cool. Alright, so equip your garlic. Throw that down. Talk to this lady. We now have a silk bag. We can now hold double the amount of laurels and things. So instead of only being able to hold 4, we can now hold 8. Same thing with garlic. We will never have to buy garlic again though, so don't worry about those. Shit. Cool. Shit. And the slimes just keep catching up! Alright. Alright, out of here. Again, poison area. Use your laurels. Makes it go by, makes it so you can actually walk through there pretty quickly. We're pretty full on life right now, so I'm not going to use my laurels to get up out of this area. And I think we're high enough level where it's not going to matter either. And we're working towards that next level too, which is nice. Cool. Alright, slimes are the worst enemy in the game. Shit. Large part of it's just because they're unpredictable, and they just hop around all over the place. Perfect. We have enough money to buy our chain whip, or sorry, our morning star here. So we're gonna get up there and get that real quick before nighttime comes. Fucking hell. Okay, we're not gonna get that real quick before nighttime comes. Alright, cool. Back to daytime. Jump in this house, drop down. Your morning star is at the very bottom. It costs 200 hearts, so make sure you have 200 hearts. At this point, this is the last thing in the game we will have to buy, so hearts are no longer absolutely necessary. I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to get to level 4 by the time we beat the game. We probably won't. But I'll pick up hearts as we go along. If we're lucky, maybe we will. Hell, maybe I will, maybe I'll need to use the grinding to get some health up at some point in a different castle. Who knows? Alright, so we're gonna get out of here. I think you can jump across here. Yeah, you can. I don't want to die from stupid things. Alright, excellent. Alright, time to go to like some of the harder areas of the game. Now that we're almost through, we are facing enemies that actually are less of a nuisance, more painful. Oh crap. Cool. So here's that other jumping block puzzle I warned you guys about. Be prepared for it. And we're all done. You will never have to see that again. Come over here, equip your red crystal, kneel at this wall. Eventually a whirlwind's gonna come and take us away to the final area of the game. Be careful, because once that whirlwind takes you away, getting back to the beginning part of the game is a pain in the ass. So make sure that you have everything that you need before moving forward. Make sure you have all your upgrades, make sure that you have some laurels. Actually, I don't think you need some laurels, because there's a town, the next town over, there's a lady who sells them, but everything else should be stocked up. Cool. And we have enough money to buy the steak here. Oh crap, that's right, we have to buy some steaks. Alright, so where is the hole here? Right here? Yeah. Alright, so we're jumping over that hole. Keep moving. And this is the one dungeon where it's hard to find the gypsy woman. So, the idea here is just stay on the upper path. Always stay up. And there's a secret wall right here. Jump through it. Keep going. Eventually come to some new areas. I jump over this way because these guys, if you just drop straight down, tend to kill me. Well, hurt me, I guess I should say. I have enough life right now to not get killed. Break some walls. Keep moving. Like I said, nothing too crazy here. Here's where we are going to go down, though. In fact, let's do it this way. because there's that knight down there who's going to bum rush us if we're on the stairs. Cool. Cool. There we go. And jump through here, little secret area. And right over here is going to be our gypsy woman. Yes, please. Keep going left, you drop down a hole. And from here, it's basically directly to the orb thingy. So we'll climb down the stairs, we'll move right. And our little orby guy's right in here. Got our oak steak. Pop it. Done. Dracula's fang? Nail, I think? Yeah. Dracula's nail, again, another useless sub-weapon, or sub-item, I guess. It shows you it shows you bricks on the map that can be broken. It shows you where the hidden clue books are. No, sorry, that's the eyeball. The nail allows you to use your whip to break blocks instead of having to use the holy water. At this point, though, like, there's no... It's so far in the game, you're one real dungeon away from beating it, like... Unless you want to go back and explore every single, like, dungeon area to find all the clue books, it's not worth having. Oh, getting experience in here again. Nice. But again, like I said, we don't really need to... I don't think we took any damage in this place. Alright. We are done with this bad boy. We're gonna keep moving left. Cool. Again, anytime you come to the lake like this, just equip your crystal, kneel down next to it. Eventually it'll move down. Move right back to your rib. I think I'm supposed to go left? Yeah. Cool. Alright, we're not going to go up just yet. We're actually going to head to the left here and cross another set of not really as bad jumps, to be honest with you. Like, these are pretty simple. At least you get, like, more wiggle room when it comes to these. Throw your little holy water, go into the secret area. If you have the Morning Star, she will give you your final whip upgrade, which is the Flame Whip. Oh! I have the most powerful weapon in the game, bitch. Alright, so now we have the Flame Whip, which is the most powerful weapon in the game. This is game over. We've won. As long as we don't fall down any cheap deaths, we're good. If we need to, we can grind out a level. I don't see that being necessary. Alright. We're gonna move up here. We're gonna make our way left. Just wait on each platform for these skulls to come. I would hate for you to get knocked down into the murky waters below. Same thing here, just be careful. Like, there's nothing, like, super dangerous about this place. It's just the knockback that can potentially cause harm. Oh, that fire actually hurts me? What the fuck? Okay. Oh. Nighttime. We're gonna take care of this skull guy behind us real quick, so he doesn't fuck up jumps. We're gonna pick up the party drop too. Okay. Oh boy. Alright. I don't remember if this is hard or not. I completely forgot about this area. It's apparently not that hard. Shit! Alright, maybe we will be grinding out some hearts later in the next dungeon. Jeez. The reason why you want to grind levels in the dungeons... another place to use your laurels. The reason why you want to grind levels in the dungeons is because time doesn't move in the dungeons. So, that is the place to do it. If you do it in the outside world, you will very likely have the day and night cycle shift over enough to where you're... Do we have enough? No, we don't have any more laurel shit. To where you're going to end up being dead. Well, not dead, but you'll get a worse ending. We're pretty far away from the level. But what I think we'll do is we'll take this opportunity to just move back and forth in this one little hallway right here. We'll get some life. We'll get some more laurels while we're here, actually. And, well, I guess we'll get some hearts and we'll get some more laurels while we're here. And we'll do a quick level up so we don't have to worry about potentially dying later on. So I'm going to fast forward through this and I'll see you guys on the other side of it. Cool! Alright. Another level. We should be pretty okay from here. I'm hoping. Do these guys... Okay, so I'm at 0 experience and 3 experience. So I still get experience from these guys while I'm in here. Which means they're probably above my level. Good thing we leveled up. Alright, fuck this. Oh, shit. But it didn't hurt me, which is all that matters. And we're full on shit. And I think that there's a hole somewhere right here. No, there's not. Cool. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of bum rush to the end here. This isn't like a super tricky place at all. Like, this is just on par with any of the other dungeons that we've been through. In fact, the lady, our lady with the stuff, should be on our path to... No, she's not. I forgot about this. Okay, so we're gonna have to go up, I believe, first, and then go down for our oak steak. There she is. There we go. Alright, now we're just gonna go back and go down. Almost forgetting things. Alright, how do I want to take care of you? That works. Stay up there. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna drop down. This lady gives us free laurels. So we want those. And now there's some... Oh my god, I'm trying to get this stupid thing to, like, proc. Maybe it already did. Sweet. There we go. Be careful of those little spiky thingies. I don't think they do very much damage, but they can knock you into the spikes, which can cause more and more damage over time. Alright, here's our next boss. This one, we're going to be using the dagger on. So block the 2 projectiles. Ooh, 3 projectiles, 4 projectiles, 5 projectiles, 6 projectiles. Bitch, why don't you? There we go. Shit. And we're just gonna hit her with a knife a bunch. There we go. All dead. Alright, we got the magic cross, which is not a sub-weapon in this game like it is in every other Castlevania game. It is something that you need to get into Castlevania, into the final boss. Alright, cool. So let's drive a stake through our silver little ball over here. We're gonna get Dracula's ring, another item that we need to get into Castlevania. But that is everything. We have 8 laurels, so we are completely invincible from this point on in the game. We will have no need to use 8 laurels. Thank you, Silk Bag. Shit, we have to go up. But we have beat every castle. We have all of the pieces of Dracula. Now it's just a matter of getting to Dracula himself. And I think the hardest part of that is honestly just going to be that one little jumping area that we had to do before. Alright, so let's work our way out of this place. Something else that kind of makes me angry about this game is that the world scrolls so slowly. So I'm trying to like jump over things, and I hit the ceiling, but it's not really the ceiling, it's just the top of the screen. You know, I'm not gonna get up there in time for that before it disappears. Thought about it though. Again, I think we'll be fine. I don't think there's anything really super hazardous to our health from this point forward. Alright. We're gonna head back to the right. Let's pull out those laurels. So, back when we first got over here from the little whirlwind next to the cliff, we had a choice of going right or left. And we went left because that's where the game is supposed to take you and things like that. But the end boss, the last castle in the game, is to the right. So we have to get back to that area. Jesus. Okay. Alright. Fuck around with you while I'm trying to jump across these things. Get out of here. Same with you, skull face. Get out of here. God damn it. Okay. We're gonna have to just do good time jumps. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Jesus Christ, I hate this. The good news is they're not doing half as much damage to me as the first time we came through here. Oh, Christ. Okay. Same idea here. We're just gonna go back the way we came. So much slowdown. Cool. Alright. Not quite at that town yet. Ooh! Cool. What day are we on? Day 6? Oh, we've got this. Good ending done. Alright, here's that 4th castle. And here is that right side of that 4th castle that we ignored the first time. As you can see, nothing's like super crazy out here. Everything dies pretty quickly. Somehow we're still getting experience, so that's cool. I'll accept that. You don't really need it. Oh shit. Cool. Here's another town. There is nothing for us to buy here. I think you can get some garlic in the very first house. but unnecessary. We'll heal up just because. I mean, we're on our way to the final battle, why not? And we'll move over to this, like, bridge area. Kind of like the very first place that you come to in the game, actually. Shit. Ooh! Excellent. You may be wondering why I'm taking my time on those platforms. It's because you can completely overshoot the next platform you're supposed to land on and really fuck yourself. Jesus Christ, these guys move so fast. Alright, time to whip out those laurels again. Shit. I don't believe we have to go down at all in this area. About to find out, though. Cool. Alright, another little bridge area. Yeah, we need to go back. Because that is not where we want to be. There ain't nothing over there for us. You may wonder why I'm being so careful. I just don't want to die this late in the game. It would be a shame to die at this stage in the game. This looks correct. And this is absolutely correct, so perfect. Alright, fuck this guy. Alright, so... Come on, Hawk, drop down. Oh, shit. Not strong enough. Cool, that works. That works too. Alright, so, fuck laurels. Last little part here, just break these blocks, jump back up here, right across this bridge. There's no enemies, there's nothing going on up here. We are set. Move on over a little bit more. Welcome to Castlevania. This is, I think it's supposed to be like the ruins of Castlevania from the first game. But this is the last little area. So we're going to come over here, we're going to break some bricks, climb down the stairs. There are no enemies in this place, so it's just you on your way, marching towards the final confrontation with Dracula. screwing up. There we go. He's right in that room over there, guys. Alright, let's equip that Sacred Flame real fast. And when you come in here, the game kind of takes over for you. So, it jumps up there, it throws all the stuff onto the pedestal. Then as soon as Dracula, like, resurrects himself, just start throwing these out there. Just throw them. You have so much hearts right now, it doesn't even matter. You can throw them non-stop. You hear him keep getting hurt. He appears for a couple seconds. Just glitches out a bunch. Dead. Boom, baby. And then we get our nice little ending. This is the good ending. Like I said, you only get this ending if you beat the game in less than 6 days' time. When it comes, less than, in 7 days or less in the game. So, 1 to 7 days. I don't think it's even possible to beat the game in 1 day in the game time. But if you get to this point, within 7 days of the in-game timer, this is the ending you get. You get other endings for if you beat the game between 8 and 15 days, and days that are, or if the day timer hits more than 15 days. So, I'll showcase those in a separate video, just so you guys can see what the other endings are. They are not great. This one isn't even all that great, but it's nice to see either way. Anyway, that was Castlevania 2. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be better about uploading things.